Hello, this is Angelia with today's wisdom. Today's wisdom comes from Saint of the Day, Saint Vincent de Paul. And now in my city, we have Saint Vincent de Paul stores where, people donate and people buy. And, I visited the one in my area. The deathbed confession of a dying servant opened Vincent's eyes to the crying spiritual needs of the peasantry of France. This seems to have been a crucial moment in the life of the man from a small farm in Gascony, France, who had become a priest with little more ambition than to have a comfortable life. It was the Countess de Gondev, whose servant he had helped, who persuaded her husband to endow and support a group of able and zealous missionaries, people who would work among the poor, the vassals, and tenants in the country, people in general. And that was not a popular, thing of the day. The aristocracy really didn't care about the poor, so that was a rare, person, who helped him do what he wanted to do. Vincent was too humble to accept leadership at first, but after working for some time in Paris among imprisoned galley slaves, he returned to the leader of what is now known as the Congregation of the Mission, or the Vincentians. These priests, with vows of poverty, chastity, obedience, and stability, were to devote themselves entirely to the people in smaller towns and villages, because those are always the most underserved people. Later, Vincent established confraternities of charity for the spiritual and physical relief of the poor and sick of each parish. From these, with the help of Saint Louise de Marillac, came the Daughters of Charity, whose convent is the sick room, whose chapel is the parish church, whose cloister is the streets of the city, and that's their little motto, because it's in quotations. He organized the rich women of Paris to collect funds for his missionary projects. Founded several hospitals, collected relief funds for the victims of war, and ransomed over 1,200 galley slaves from North Africa. So, that's a pretty, good deal there for them folks. He was zealous in conducting retreats for clergy at a time when there was great laxity, abuse, and ignorance among them. So, some of them priests weren't exactly toeing the line. He was a pioneer in clerical training and was instrumental in establishing seminaries. Most remarkably, Vincent was by temperament a very irascible person. Even his friends admitted it. He said that except for the grace of God, he would have been hard and repulsive, rough and cross. But he became a tender and affectionate man, very sensitive to the needs of others. Pope Leo XIII made him the patron of all charitable societies. Outstanding among these, of course, is the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, founded in 1833 by his admirer, Blessed Frederick Ozanam. And here's a quote: "Strive to live content in the midst of these things that cause your discontent. Free your mind from all that troubles you. God will take care of things. You will be enabled to make haste in this choice without, so to speak, grieving the heart of God, because he sees that you do not honor him sufficiently with holy trust. Trust in him, I beg you, and you will have the fulfillment of what your heart desires." And of course that is from St. Vincent de Paul. So, St. Vincent de Paul was a very charitable man. He might have started out, by his own words there, with a bit of abrasive a personality. But he figured out that, God was trustworthy. And that he was going to do for you whatever you wanted if you were just right with him. So, that is definitely a good point there, that St. Vincent de Paul has made. Think about it. Please like and share this wisdom so we can spread it around the world. If you want to help me out, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to help me even more, go to my Patreon page and become a patron. Thanks for watching. That's all for now. Until next time.